Hello everyone and welcome to my book club show. My dear friends, today I am very happy because from today onwards I am going to start a book club show. My dear friends, it is my I am honestly trying to teach my students to speak in English fluently. I have to make my students fluent in English. I have to make them speak English powerfully. I have to make them speak English effortlessly. I have to make them speak English fearlessly. I have to teach them to think in English and I have to teach them to communicate in English effectively. That is my purpose behind book club show. So my dear friends, today I am going to start a book club show, and the name of the book is How to Enjoy Your Life and Your Job. The name of the book is How to Enjoy Your Life and Your Job, and this book is written by Dale Carnegie. He is an American writer. Dale Carnegie is an American author, and he has written a book, How to Enjoy Your Life and Your Job. My dear friends, today there are many problems in our life, and that's why we are not able to enjoy our life. We are experiencing fear in life. We are experiencing worry in life, and there is anxiety in our life, and that's why we are not able to enjoy our life. But in this book he has explained how we can enjoy our life fearlessly, how we can avoid fear in life, how we can avoid worry in life, how we can avoid anxiety in life, and how we can enjoy our life and how we can enjoy our job also. He has told it in this book. And so, my dear friends, there are 19 chapters in this book, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain you one chapter every day. So today I'm going to tell you the summary of the first chapter, or today I'm going to explain you the first chapter of this book. The first chapter of this book is How to Make People Like You Instantly. What is the title of the first chapter? How to Make People Like You Instantly. My dear friends, in life, if we have to be happy, then when all the people are with you, or when all the people are agreed with you, at that time we are happy. And when there are people they oppose us, at that time we become sad. So he has told us the technique how to make people like you instantly, quickly. Means the people should become agree with you quickly. How we can make other peoples to think like us, or how we can make him agreed with our opinion. He has told us the formula of that, and how to make people like you instantly. And in the very first page of this book, on the very first page of this book, he has given us his one experience. Writer tells us that one day he had gone in the post office. He is telling us one of his experience, and he had gone to the post office, and in the post office he had to post a letter. So he had gone to post office, and there was clerk in the post office. He was taking letters, postcards from the people. He was doing their weight, then he was stamping on them, then he was taking money from people, then he was returning money to the people, and he was doing this job for last many years, and that's why he was not interested in this work. He was looking bored, he was looking monotonous, he was looking uninterested in his job. And when writer saw this fellow, writer thought that I would like to make this person like me. But writer was thinking how to make that person like him instantly, because that person was stranger to writer. He was not familiar with writer. So he said that it is very hard for strangers to make like us, because we have no idea about their nature. We don't have their likes and dislikes. But writer have told us that if we have to make that person like us, then we should honestly admire that person. We should honestly admire that person. When we will honestly admire that person, then that person will become like us. Now, that person was weighing the postcard of writer, and writer saw that that fellow had beautiful hair. Then writer said to that person, I think if I had beautiful head of hair like you. When writer said that if I had a beautiful head of hair like you, at that time that fellow was startled. That fellow was surprised, and he looked at writer and he smiled. And then he said, yes, I have beautiful hair, but now they are not as beautiful as they were before. The writer told that person, yes, you may have lost some glory of your hair, but yet they are very beautiful. They are glorious. They are pristine. And then that person said that many people have admired his hair. And then he became happy, and he talked with writer for some time. He shared his feelings with writer, and writer said that on that day, when that person will have gone to have his lunch, he will have taken his lunch happily. When that person will have returned to his house at night, that person will have told this story to his wife, and he may have gone in front of the mirror, and he may have looked in the mirror, and he will have said to himself that my hair are so beautiful. Means writer has told us from his experience that if we have to make somebody like us instantly, then we should honestly praise that person. We should honestly admire that person, because people like admiration, people like appreciation. This is the law of the nature. And second thing, now writer has told us the second thing. What is the second thing? Writer says that there is one all important law of human conduct. There is one important law of human conduct. Conduct means behavior. There is one important rule of human conduct. What is that rule? If we obey that law, we shall almost never get into trouble. And if we will obey that law, we will never get into trouble. In fact, that law, if obeyed, will bring us countless friends and constant happiness. If we will obey that law, then what will happen? We will get a lot of friends, and we will get a lot of happiness in life. But the very instant we break the law, we shall get into endless trouble. And writer says that if we will break that law, if we will not obey that law, then we will get in trouble. The law is this. What is the law? Writer says that the law is this: always make the other person feel important. Always make the other person feel important. John Davy said that the desire to be important is the deepest urge in human nature. John Davy said that the desire to be important is the deepest urge in human nature. And William James said, the deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. As I have already pointed out, it is this urge that differentiates us from the animals. It is this urge that has been responsible for civilization itself. Writer has told us one law. And what is that law? People like appreciation, people like admiration. And the law is that we should make other person feel important. We should show other person that he is very important person. He is doing very good job. His work is very important for others. His role is very important for others. We should make feel other person important. And when we will make other person important, then that person will become like us instantly. And these things are taught by Buddha also. Buddha has taught his followers that they are very important in life. Not only Buddha, but Jesus also has taught this to his followers that they are important in life. And that's why when we show that other person is important, at that time what happens? He is agreed with our opinion. You want the approval of those with whom you come in contact. You want recognition of your true worth. You want a feeling that you are important in your little world. You don't want to listen to cheap, insincere flattery, but you do crave sincere appreciation. You want your friends and associates to be, as Charles Schwab put it, hearty in their approbation and lavish in their praise. All of us want that. And writer has told us about the human nature. Though we are a small person, though we are a small businessman, or we are doing a small job, but what is our opinion? Our opinion is that we should feel that we are important in our world. Though our world is a small world, but in that world we feel that we are important, and everybody feels that he is important. He is doing important role in this world. So we should make other persons feel important. When we will make other persons feel important, then that person will become like us instantly. And one another example writer has given us to explain it, to prove it. He said that one of his friend had gone in a concert, in a music concert, and there was a refreshment table, and there were two ladies near that refreshment table. And then the organizer came there. Organizer called the friend of writer, and he told the friend of writer that this is a refreshment table, and here are two ladies to help you, and you have to take cash from the customers. But and that fellow went away. But those two ladies became unhappy. And now writer's friend was thinking how to make them happy. Then writer's friend, the ladies, one lady's name was Rose. Writer told the first lady Rose that I cannot handle the cash counter, so you have to handle the cash counter. And there was another lady Jane. Her name was Jane, and writer told Jane that there were two waiters and you have to keep watch on these waiters. And then writer saw that those two ladies, both of them became very happy when writer showed that they are important. And Rose was counting cash happily, and Jane was keeping watch on the waiters, and writer was enjoying that music concert. Why this happened? This happened because writer showed them that they are important. They are very important. And one more example writer gives. Writer said that once he went in a hotel and he had ordered French fries, but the waitress came with something else, mashed potatoes. Waitress came there with mashed potatoes, and writer said to the waiter, "I am sorry to trouble you." Writer said to that waitress, "I am sorry to trouble you, but I prefer French fries." She will probably reply, "No trouble at all," and will be glad to change the potatoes because we have shown respect for her. And that waitress changed the potatoes with French fries. Why? Why she changed the potatoes with French fries? Because writer had respected her. Writer had shown that she was very important. And then writer told one more example that one day uh, writer's friend one day writer's friend had gone to meet a judge, and the judge was very important person. And when writer went into his house, went into his garden, he saw that there were many plants. His garden was very beautiful. There were many trees in his garden, and there were dogs also. There were many puppies, and the puppies were expensive. And writer meet to that judge, and he said, "I liked your hobby of gardening and having dogs." When writer praised that judge, then the judge started speaking with writer. And the judge asked the writer, "Do you have children at your home?" And writer said, "Yes, I have children at my home." Then he said, "I am giving you a puppy." The puppy was very expensive, but that judge gave a puppy to writer without charging any money. Why? Because writer praised that judge. And writer has told many his experiences in this book, how to make people like us. And one more example, he has given one more very beautiful example, that there was one man and his job was to make office furniture or to make house furniture. And there was one millionaire, multi-millionaire businessman, and he had to make furniture in his new office. Already he had one office and he had to make furniture. And I think he was making a theater. He was making a big theater, and he wanted to make furniture in that big theater house. And so that man whose business was to make furniture went to meet that big businessman. Then at that time there was architecture of that theater house. He told that furniture man, the owner or the businessman is disciplinary. So what you have to tell him it within 5 minutes. If you will take more than 5 minutes, then he will get angry upon you. Writer was in the writer's friend was in the same mood. That furniture, the man who had a furniture shop, who was doing the job of making furniture, went and he said, "Hello, good morning," to the businessman. And then the businessman said, "Yes, good morning. What can I do for you?" Then that furniture making man said, "I was waiting for you by sitting in your office, and I liked your office very much. I have not seen so beautiful office in my life before it. Your office is the most beautiful office." And then the businessman said, "Thank you for appreciating my office, and thank you for remembering me that my office is very beautiful office, because I had forgotten it. Then that person took that furniture making man into his factory, and he showed all the things to that furniture making man, and he said that uh, he has brought some chairs from Japan, and those chairs are at my home, and I myself have painted those chairs. If you would like to see them, then come with me to my house and have dinner with me. He took that furniture making man to his house. He showed him the chairs. Then writer's friend, that furniture making man, asked him about the initial days of his business. When he started his business, was he rich or poor? Then he said that when he started his business at that time, he was very poor man, and his widowed mother also was doing a business of boarding house, and he was doing work as a clerk in insurance company, and his widowed mother was doing very hard work, so he thought that he has to become rich man in life. For because of that, his mother would not have to do work, and he developed his business, and now he was multi-millionaire. And then after that, both of them became very close friends. That person who was not able to give 5 minutes to anybody, that person gave 2 3 hours to that furniture making man, and he served dinner to him, and he also become good friend of him, and he gave the order of furniture making into his theater house. 90 $100 million order was got to that furniture making man. Why? Because he honestly praised that businessman. He honestly admired the office of that businessman, and that's why he got the order of furniture making. And writer has told us many examples like this. One more very beautiful story he has told us how to make people like us. He said that one of his friend had gone on tour with his wife, and when they were traveling, then his wife said him that she had her relatives there, and they went to meet her relatives. They were not close relatives, they were distant relatives, but they went to meet them. And there was an elderly lady in that house. The house was very big house, but the house was old fashioned now. And she told her husband to talk with the lady, and she went inside the house to talk with other members of the house. Then writer was thinking how to honestly praise that elderly lady. Then writer said that I think this house may be built in 1890. And then she said, yes, this house is built in 1890. He said, the house is very beautiful. The house is roomy. And the house is very spacious. And now people are not building houses like this. He praised the house. Then the lady became very happy, and she said, yes, this house was built by my husband. My husband loved me very much. And before building this house, my husband and I had made many plans how to make a house. And she said that there was no architecture for building that house. The plan of that house was made by her husband and she. And she said that her husband was a very loving person, but now her husband is dead. And then she took writer's friend into her house. She showed all the house, and she showed all the things, all the furniture in the house, and she told him where did she buy all those furniture from, and she had made the house very beautiful. Then they went into the parking of the house, and there was a beautiful car parked. And when she said that this car was given gift to her by her husband, but after giving this car as a gift to her, her husband passed away after some days. And since the death of her husband, she has not ridden in that car. She had not driven that car. She had not driven that car. And she said that she wanted to give this car as a gift to writer. But writer said, no, I'm not your close relative and I have a new car, so I don't want your car. If you want to give it as a gift to somebody, then she can give to her close relatives. And then she said, close relatives, yes, they are waiting for my death. And they are thinking that when I will die, they will get this car. But I'm not going to give this car to them because they don't love me. You are a good person. You appreciate good things. That's why I wanted to give this car to you. Then writer said her, if you want, then you can sell this car. Then she became angry and she said, you are saying me to sell my car which is given to me by my husband as a gift. I will not like that strangers are sitting in my car. So I don't want to sell this car. I want to give this car as a gift to you. And then writer's friend hurted her and he said, no, I'm sorry, I cannot accept your car as a gift. And in this way, writer's friend has made that lady like him. The lady was very beautiful when she was young. She had very big house. She had enjoyed her life, but now in old age she was in lonely state. She was in isolation and she wanted some love, but nobody was there to give her love. Nobody was there to talk with her. Nobody was there to understand her. And when writer appreciated her at that time, she became like writer and she was ready to give the expensive car to writer as a gift. And one more experience writer has told in this book, that there was one owner of the big restaurant and there were 21 waiters in that restaurant, and there was a lady manager and she was handling all the business, and that owner of the restaurant was giving importance to that lady. But one day that lady sent a letter to the owner of the restaurant and she said that she was going to resign from her job. Then the owner was shocked. He called her and he said to her, it is very disappointing to him that she is going to resign from the job. And he said that she is as important as he is in the development of this business. And he praised her in front of all the staff. Then he called her to his house and he praised her in front of his family. And then she said that she is taking back her resignation. And now she is handling all the hotel. And now that owner of the restaurant is depending on that lady. And she is doing very well. She is running very well that restaurant. And why this happened? Because he honestly admired that lady. And my dear friends, you know Disraeli. He was very shrewdest man and he had ruled British Empire. and he said that talk to people about themselves. People like to talk about themselves. We should not, when you will talk to people about themselves and they will listen to you for hours. Means if we will praise the person who is in front of you, then he will give you a lot of time. And finally, here writer has told us, Dale Carnegie has given us advice. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. If we don't do any action, then what happens? There is fear in our mind and there is doubt about our capacity. Action breeds confidence and courage. If we will do action, then we will get confidence and we will get courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Yes, there will be fear in your mind, but if you want to win that fear, then you should not sit in the house and think about it. He says, go out and get busy, and you will conquer your fear. This was the first chapter of the book, How to Enjoy Your Life and Your Job. My dear friends, from today onwards, we are going to explain one chapter of this book, and the chapters are very interesting. They are giving us more knowledge about life, how to enjoy our life, how to enjoy our job. My dear friends, if you like this video, please like it, comment on it, share it, and if you have not subscribed my channel, then don't forget to subscribe it. That's it. Thanks a lot.